Welcome back, everybody. My name is All Fun Games. I stream every day on Twitch TV, and I also make fun little videos here on YouTube. I do stream on YouTube every now and then, so feel free to check that out. But nonetheless, let's talk about one of the most used things in Don't Starve Together, which is none other than the pig farm. Well, if you've ever wanted to sit there and farm some pigs, and you have the resources to actually rebuild the pigs, which you pretty much get by re-chopping down, smashing down pig houses. Once you decide to do that, you can then replace them, unfortunately at the cost of losing a little bit of resources, but nonetheless, you can place them wherever you want to do. Of course, I am in creative mode right now, and I did showcase how to actually relocate pig houses in a previous video of mine, but let's showcase why it's a really good idea to make yourself a little pig farm. And here we go. So you can do this a few different ways. You basically get yourselves a little bit of walls, whether you want stone walls or you want wood walls. I like to go with stone walls, and I like to usually just keep it simple. So essentially what I do is make a little thing around here. Sometimes I'd like to just not even make a door for the sake of safety, and I'll tell you why in a second. If you want to have a door to be able to replace whatever's on the inside, that's entirely up to you. But shift right clicking will basically put a piece of rot or any type of food, it doesn't really matter. But pigs love rot and pretty much anything they can eat, and sometimes people will just shove a pig butt in here for the sake of anything. But pretty much after that, all I'm going to do is basically make a little trap. So right now, these little pigs are going to want to eat this rot like it's nothing. And there we go. So I've went ahead and I've taken 2 sets of stone walls, which made just enough for me to make that around. If you want to make it look even more fancy, that's entirely up to you. But the reason why that I actually like using stone walls instead of actually making fences is in case like a fire decides to hit it, it's not going to cause this thing to break down, which will then, of course, make it easy for the pigs to get on the inside, or if the pigs are able to break it, or whatever. But it's entirely up to you if you want to put a door on there. You know, make it as fancy as you want it to be. So here we go. Now we take said pig that we've just gotten all the resources for, and we're going to go ahead and plop down the pig house. As soon as we do, the pig's going to come out and be like, I'm hungry, I want to eat that, gimme, gimme, gimme. You continue to place down as many pig houses as you want, and just keep going and going and going. What eventually will happen is these pigs will basically be stuck here forever. The same thing actually works in Hamlet, so if you like Hamlet and you like playing Hamlet, you can do the exact same thing in Hamlet, now anyways. So basically all the people in town will continuously run towards the rot, and you can use them for basically doing whatever you want. But that's a little side note, in case you are playing Hamlet. But anyways, the pigs are now chasing after the rot, and they'll never be able to get there, because there's no way for them to do it, and pigs don't auto-aggro anything. However, when they do turn to werepigs, well, then we're going to have to obviously wait and see what happens. But nonetheless, you now have a way to easily farm some pigs. And what do I mean by farming pigs? Well, if by any chance you manage to get yourself some monster meat, so let's go ahead and do that for monster meat specifically, and you have yourself a little bit of armor on, as I showcased in another video, all you got to do is make sure that you transform one little piglet, and by giving them 4 monster meat, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this pig is essentially just sitting here waiting for things to happen, and I can pretty much manipulate any of these pigs just by basically having them walk around endlessly. And they also don't like to sleep. So at this point, these pigs are just going to stay awake until that food is gone. And there we go. Now we got ourselves some werepigs. So if I want to also do it again, and this time I'm going to feed it and just walk away, because we're going to try to see what ends up happening after this. Remember, werepigs will eat as much as they want because they're always super hungry. And let's get them the last piece of meat and then run away and see what happens. So now their werepig is active and transformed, and let's see what they do. And look at that. Just like that, they're not going to do anything. They're not going to attack the wall. They're not going to cause any damage because they're basically in the same formation that the pigs are. They're just stuck there. But if you walk up there and you decide that you want to basically, use them to your advantage, whether you want the werepig to make you poop for giving it some veggies, you can do that too, just like I showcased in a previous video. But nonetheless, that is how you make yourself a nice little pig farm, and as I mentioned before, it's completely open to whatever you want to do with it, so feel free to do anything you want, make it look the way it is, make it look fancy, but I also might recommend putting a fling-o-matic here just to keep these pig houses nice and, protected from the fire. But that's just me. Anyways, if you have different designs that you like to do, feel free to showcase them or comment down below, but otherwise, I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks again for watching.